Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Golden Bear Weekly, your inside look at KU Athletics. I'm John Leonard. We've got a special show for you this week dedicated to getting you set for the upcoming college basketball season. Let's start with the team that won a share of the PSAC East title last season. The KU men's basketball team returns all of its starters from last season's 19-9 team, and as a result, they are predicted to win the East in the preseason coaches poll. Here's Dan Carrigan with the season preview.
The men's basketball team has been waiting since March 1st to scratch this itch. Finally, on November 19th, the Golden Bears will take the court to defend their second PSAC East title.
I'm very excited. I think we got a good team going on right now, good nucleus, a lot of guys. We play together over the summer. I think we have a good chance this year.
I think we're excited just to start playing some other people. Practices have gone well the last 2 weeks. We opened up with a scrimmage Friday night against Lincoln University. You know, the expectations are high for our program this year.
After finishing 10-2 in the PSAC East, Driscoll hopes to lead the Golden Bears back to the playoffs in his 9th season as head coach. He and his players know that the target is on their backs after tying Cheney for the top spot in East last season, but they're not fretting over that.
We don't talk about it a lot in practice. We do work hard. When I need to bring it out and bring it to the players' attention that that we need to work a little harder, that's certainly something I have in my back pocket. But we break the season up into five game sets, and we want to go 4-1 or 5-0 with each set, and that's our goal. And I think if you can do that on a regular basis for a long season, you're going to be pretty successful.
Ben agrees that the Golden Bears are not worried.
Not really, just coming in and playing hard, not really worrying about other teams, worrying about us. Just make sure we have a good team, we all stick together and work hard.
Ben, along with all PSAC guard Stephen Dennis, were the top scorers for the Golden Bears. Both players look to do the same thing again this season, but the two agreed that the team goals are much more important than their own personal goals.
Honestly, just doing a whole lot of team effort, not even worry about scoring, just picking it up on the defensive end. That's kind of what we lacked the last couple of years, to push us farther and farther in the playoffs.
Well, I don't really have individual goals. It's more about the team this year.
Both Ben and Dennis understand what it takes to play in the PSAC, and it's all because they've been doing it since day one, something Driscoll does not shy away from doing with young talent.
I think when you allow freshmen and sophomores to play, they may make mistakes early, but when they become juniors and seniors, I think you see the fruits of that labor. And we have some very good, very talented young men playing. Dave Ben's going to be probably the all-time leading scorer here at Kutztown. Certainly Steve Dennis and Andre Woodland make our backcourt one of the best in the country.
Woodland was the third leading scorer on the team last season, and coach believes he has improved more than any other player in his first 3 years. Dennis agreed.
Yeah, he had a real good last year. Sophomore year he was all right, but junior year he really came on, and he took a little leading role last year.
Another player looking to take a leading role is sophomore transfer from Harcum Junior College, Julius Gray. He has the tools to make Driscoll's highly praised backcourt even better.
We've been very, very happy with Julius. I knew we were getting a very special player. We recruited him hard out of high school, but he's a lot better than I thought he was. He shoots the ball. He's going to give a dimension to us that we really missed last year. We weren't a very good three-point shooting team, and I think he's going to help us out dramatically there.
I expect a lot out of Julius. He's a real good guy, good player. He works hard, and really he's a good point guard to come in and help us out. I expect a lot from him.
The coaches in the PSAC expect a lot out of the Golden Bears this season, voting them #1 in the preseason poll. The high expectations and a title to defend, KU's ready and confident to start this season.
KU #1.
For Golden Bear Weekly, I'm Dan Carrigan. On the women's side, the Golden Bears are looking to get back to the playoffs after a 2-year hiatus. Returning sophomore starters Melissa McQuaid and Meredith Starr, KU is set to make a move toward the playoffs with 15-year head coach Janet Maloof. Here's Linda Weed with the story.
The Kutztown University women's basketball team missed out on the playoffs for the second time in as many years. However, that's all history for this year's team.
Once you start another game and another season, it kind of gets rid of last season, and we've struggled the last 2 years. Not have done as well as we would like to have done, and we've missed playoff both years. So this year we're excited. We have a good group of young kids in the nucleus there that are coming back that have some minutes. So we're excited about having the potential to make playoffs again, and that's really what our focus is and our goals. We want to have a great year. We want to keep building and keep getting better, and certainly looking to try and make playoffs.
One of those young stars is sophomore Melissa McQuaid. the team's leading returning scorer and rebounder with 9.9 points and 7.5 rebounds per game. She won the PSAC East Rookie of the Week award 4 times last season, making it a memorable freshman campaign for her.
It was a lot of fun, and it was a really good experience, I thought. I love the seniors and the group of girls we had last year, and they're even better this year, so I had a lot of fun.
McQuaid looks to continue the fun this season, and it starts with her sophomore class.
Our sophomore class is really a very strong class, and that's Melissa McQuaid and Meredith. And those two are really doing a great job for us. They're our leaders on our team, as well as our lone senior, and that's Laura Delagrati. And for us to be successful, Laura also has to look to start shooting a little bit more. Our junior class, there's 4 kids in it. All 4 of them we're expecting to contribute this year, with Vivian Melvin, Chantel Schroeder, who most people aren't going to recognize, but we call her Canada, and she hadn't played a whole lot her first few years, but she's really starting to come into her own and playing very well. And we have Rachel Weissmiller, who's done a very good job this year so far and just in practicing, but she had finished up last year, the last 10 games she did very well. So we're looking at her coming in and stepping into a starting spot that's being replaced from some seniors graduating. And then the last person in there is Katie Doby. So there's 4 kids who have played some minutes. Have they played a boatload of minutes? No, but they've certainly been around the program long enough to see where we want to go. So those 4 kids, the 1 senior and the 2 juniors, the 2 sophomores, are really going to be what makes up our team.
The lone senior, Laura Delagrati, believes the team is solid heading into this season.
I'm really excited. We have a great group of girls, everyone gets along, good chemistry, and I think it's going to be a good year.
The Golden Bears also will welcome in 6 new freshmen who will help solidify the bench.
We have 6 freshmen, and once we start getting into the bench, we're really looking at freshman kids playing a lot of minutes. So if we can have a great year this year, it's certainly going to bode well for us for the future.
The Golden Bears hope that future also holds a trip to the playoffs.
I think we had a really good preseason. We've been working hard every day, even before our practices started. I think that everybody this year, we're on the same page. We all want to make playoffs, and I think that's a big deal. I think we have a really good chance, and I think we'll definitely be in the playoffs this year.
KU is selected to finish 4th in the PSAC East, a surprising but plausible honor for Coach Maloof.
We're picked to finish 4th. I'm a little surprised by that, but I'm also excited about it because we can make playoffs if we come in and we do a great job. We got to score, and we got to make sure we're pushing the ball up the floor and taking care of it. And if we do that, we could have a very successful year.
Another key to the season for KU will be a junior, Rachel Weissmiller, who as a sophomore came on strong late in the season.
I'm trying to help out my team as much as possible. I feel like we need to be stronger and more aggressive, so I'm just trying to score.
The strength will be needed even more this season with the tougher PSAC East Division schedule.
Well, the conference is going to be very tough. They moved over. Shippensburg is now in the eastern part of the conference, and they're going to be good. They have, we just had our meeting today, and they have 3 or 4 kids that are 6'2" tall, so that's going to pose a little bit of a problem for us. Our tallest one is a freshman, Hannah, at 6'1", but they have the best player, I think, in the whole conference. That's Beckley. So she's going to be very tough, and it's going to be hard for us to stop her. Once we get past Shippensburg, it's the regular people that we normally compete against hard, and that's going to be Millersville, Westchester, East Stroudsburg are going to all be difficult and be tough, so we got to make sure we're ready to play and bring our A game.
Weissmiller and McQuaid are excited to bring that A game to the regular season after a long preseason.
I'm pretty excited. We waited. It's been a long preseason, so we're all excited.
It would be awesome. I think we really will do well this year. I'm excited.
The Golden Bears open up their season on Saturday, November 15th, with a contest against Slippery Rock at Keystone Arena. For Golden Bear Weekly, I'm Linda Weed.
Well, that's our show for this week. Join us next week for another edition of Golden Bear Weekly. And remember, you can always add to your KU knowledge by logging on to www.kubears.com. There you can also find a link to iTunes U, where prior episodes of Golden Bear Weekly are available to download. See you next week.